Hello, everyone. All you messy minds. This is my second time trying to do this, because the first time, I was really nervous and tongue-tied, and I had to restart. If you're listening to this, it means we have reached... Did I say 50k? Yeah, 50,000. And if you... Why am I nervous? Okay. You're messy minds. If you're listening and you like the content and you're paying attention, you're messy minds. And I'm MindfulMess. Good to meet you. This is a Q&A. Mindful's gonna ask the questions. Mess is gonna answer. I am just one person, but, doing both. Let's get started. Oh, also, if you hear little stomach growlings, I haven't eaten because I don't eat before recording because it makes my throat all weird. But then it ends up with, tummy rumbles. And if you hear my phone, it's because I'm reading the questions off of it and... yeah. First question. What is the origin or meaning of your name?
Well, MindfulMess, I wanted something that contradicted each other. But I also wanted them to begin with M's. Because originally, the first couple videos, wasn't even that. I was Miss Monochrome. And I already had the M's, so I just thought of two contradicting things that have M's in them. MindfulMess. And I'm really glad I came up with that because the name makes me happy.
Wonderful. What are your plans for the future of your channel or content?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just trying to get through the day. I should think more about the future, and I try to. But it's so much. And right now I'm just trying to do my best. I'm hoping to keep making content to make people happy. Because making content makes me happy. Which I hope it would because I put out a lot of content. So, yeah. Just doing what I can for now.
Do you have a video that you do not like, but you still uploaded it to YouTube?
Sure, I have some audios I'm not particularly fond of. But I think it's mainly if I wasn't feeling good that day. Maybe my voice wasn't all there. Or if I messed up. I can't really think of one in mind, but I know I have audios out there where I was like, ugh, I hope people like this because my voice doesn't sound so good.
Well, I'm not just saying this because we're the same person, but I think your voice sounds lovely, and you're trying your best. I am. Next question. VTuber when?
VTuber? Okay, so I do have a Twitch, and I have I think it's a PNG tuber. I don't know if it's the same thing, but it's more paper flat or something? I don't know. It's been so long since I've streamed on there. But I used to. I don't know why I haven't. Maybe no motivation. But it would be fun to go back to. If it's asking why not, YouTube? I don't know. I could make another channel to upload the videos on. Because I was playing Batman and I saved the videos I had. But, the mic quality isn't so good.
Mess, you're so nervous. You're being so harsh on yourself. You gotta cheer up. And you're the energetic one anyways. Next question. Why do you make ASMR RPs?
They're fun. I like them. And, well, I like to think I'm really creative. Ever since I was young, I kind of escaped into a world of make-believe in my head. And just a lot of creativity, a lot of worlds, a lot of thoughts and characters. And it's cool now that I can use them to make audios with. All that built up creativity and all my worlds. I guess that's why. And it's nice knowing I can make others feel happy with my creativity. Even though some content isn't so creative because it's... I really am being harsh on myself. I need to be better. But yeah, that kind of sounds bad too that I escaped reality. I guess more context. I grew up poor and we couldn't have anything, so my fun was just laying back and daydreaming. But yeah, it helped me for the future, so that's good.
I want to apologize for, if you hear any noises. The walls in my home are very thin. Or apartment. It's home. A home is an apartment. Whatever. They're very thin. I can hear the upstairs neighbors opening their closet door. So, yeah. Next question. Favorite dare trope? I hope I pronounced that dare. Dare.
Okay, my favorite dare trope. I like tsundere. I don't know how to pronounce them, I just write them. Well, I don't write scripts. I write tsundere. Oh my gosh, I'm confusing. I like tsundere and I like dare. The shy trope and the more like cool, angry, rude trope. They're so different, but they're just fun to play. I like pretending to be people I'm not. And they're just like, or maybe I am like them. Maybe we're all a little bit like them. But yeah, I guess those are my favorites. Sorry if I mispronounce them. I'm bad with words.
That's fine. Words are difficult. See, words are difficult sometimes. Anyways. What's it like having to read the "I'm at a new low" or "I'm never making it anywhere in life" comments on your videos?
Well, everyone has their own opinion. Some people just like to listen to the content, They enjoy it. Just to, have something to listen to. Some people like it for the comfort. Some people think that listening to my audios are just ASMRs in general. I don't know if I'm ASMR, but that's what I say. They think it's just some low, like they've reached a bottom. And it hurts my feelings because I feel like it'd be okay to listen. You could be happy and good with life and just want some entertainment. Want to listen to something. Maybe inspiration for a story or just something to listen to relax. Or feel emotional because some of my audios are not very relaxing. Like they're angry or something. I just want to elicit emotions. So it does make me a little sad that people think that it's, their last resort to listen to my audios, but in a way I get it because everyone is different. But I tend to just kind of delete them because they hurt my feelings. Unless they add more context, because with just saying, I'm at the bottom or something, it kind of seems like you're insulting my audios, and that's not really feedback.
I think I've kind of realized. I make mindful talk slower and more calm because that's just what the deep voice feels like. And I'll make Mess talk more fast and energetic because that's what the higher voice it feels like. So I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast or too slow or whatever. Next question. Do you have any other favorite animals besides rabbits?
I do. I love crocodiles. Rabbits will probably always be my favorite, but crocodiles are so cool. And I like crocodiles because of Killer Croc from Batman. He's just really cool. I like him. So I guess crocodiles. And rabbits. Oh, I made a little lore thing where Mindful has a pet rabbit named Glitch. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It was on my Twitter X thing. And I didn't say this yet, but I made Mess have a pet crocodile. I didn't have anything for that, though. I'm still trying to think of the lore. I kind of got it, but the pets are like a later on lore, like you just kind of find them.
Interesting. How do you throw away a garbage can?
I don't know. You take another garbage can, and you stack them. And you keep on stacking them like those, I don't know what that game's called, but you just keep stacking them until there's no more room, and then finally someone will notice, and they'll be like, hey, it needs to be thrown away because you can't keep this. So that's how you throw away a garbage can. You stack it on another garbage can.
Oh, fun answer. I don't think that's right, but I don't know the right answer, so we'll just stick with that. What got you started with this type of content? See, this is why I can't write scripts. When I read like, ugh. So what got you started with this type of content?
Okay, so it was COVID. It just started, and I had nothing to do. A lot of people were laid off, and I was really sad and in a moment of just really low. And I want someone to cheer me up. And then I stumbled upon ASMRs, and I was like, whoa, this makes me feel so much better. All this is happening right now. This piece of content is just, it makes me feel good. And then I thought, why can't I try? So I started. And although COVID was really bad and is still an issue, it gave me the push I needed to do this. So I'm really happy where I am.
I really hope I'm making sense with these answers. I'm kind of all over the place. That's why I have a messy mind. Anyways, I've been wondering for a while now, are you one or two people?
Answer's one. I guess I kind of answered that earlier. I just wanted something with... I'm one person with different voices. I guess that's it. I'm just one person. Oh, I guess I could say I'm one person pretending to be different people. Which I guess makes sense because of all the characters I make. But the deeper voice is Mindful. She has the darker hair. And the lighter voice is Mess. And she has the white hair. And Mindful's supposed to have black hair, but I know some of the art looks like it has dark brown, but it's supposed to be black. Oh, except for the official art of MindfulMess, because she's just pale with gray hair. She's yeah.
There's a car outside and I hope it's not too loud. Will you be my Fortnite duo, please?
I don't play Fortnite. It might be fun. I haven't given it a try, but I'm more into Minecraft. I really love Minecraft. I even had a server, but issues came up and, finances. So now I just joined this random world I found and nobody knows me. I'm just there, building. And I also have my own little world thing. I love Minecraft. How'd this get to Minecraft? I don't play Fortnite, but I guess it'd be cool to try. This is probably a joke question, but might as well add it.
Yes, I do enjoy a bit of Minecraft, along with other games, but currently it's mainly Minecraft. Which is your favorite, Mindful or Mess?
I can't choose that. They're both me. I love them both. Mindful, she's there when situations need to be calm or to express a certain anger or maybe just some more relaxed. And Mess is there to be energetic and more upbeat. I need both of them. They make me whole. So I don't really favor one over the other. I like both.
I couldn't agree with you more. Next question. Do you have any future plans/goals to further your ASMR journey?
Well, I kind of answered this before, but I guess more detail. I'm not good with planning. I've always had to just live day by day, Just try to make it through the day. And I'm so used to that mindset that thinking of the future's kind of overwhelming. But I want to make good content for everyone. I want everyone to enjoy stuff and know that I appreciate what the future holds. So I'm gonna try, but as of now, it's just kind of, let's see what happens.
Beautifully stated. Life is scary and we can only try our best. Although this is me replying to myself, so... will you consider doing song covers?
Okay, I love to sing. Singing is fun, and there's so many different songs, and I do different voices, so it's great. But I can't keep a tune, and I can't harmonize. And singing along with the rhythm of instruments, why can't I do that? I try, but I just... for some reason, my brain just can't do it. So I'd love to make covers, but... I love to sing, and maybe sometimes it sounds good. Altogether, it probably won't sound decent. I still like to sing, though, so... maybe... Only time can tell.
I get it. Singing it's fun. But harmonizing and all that, difficult. How many squares make a circle?
If this is a reference to something, I don't get it. Oh, that kind of makes you sad. I love getting references. References are fun. But if this isn't, and it's a true question, it depends on how many squares make a circle. How big is a square gonna be? Because you could probably make it big enough to where the little corners are just like little pixels, and it'll make a circle. It might need to be a really big squares. A lot of little squares. So many squares. So, I have no idea.
Bit confusing, but I think I get what you mean. Now, yonder or tsundere? I'm pronouncing those wrong, most likely. I'm terrible with words. But, out of those, which do you prefer?
Yonder or tsundere? I'm probably gonna upset some people because I'm pronouncing these probably not right. I like both. I want to say tsundere though. Feels like yonderes are fun when I want to act a bit crazy, but I removed them off of this platform and onto my other one because I don't want someone to listen to that and think it's good. I mean, like, in the sense of like, oh, I want this relationship, because no. So like, I put those on a different platform for more like mature audiences, I guess. But where was I going with this? Oh my gosh, where was I going with this? Oh, okay, but I do have other characters that, like, they're not healthy either. I do have toxic characters, but that's because I want to, like, make a lot of different kinds, you know? So, like, not all of my audios will be, like, all sweet and heartwarming. They're gonna be, like, mean and rude sometimes. Or I try to be, because I'm not really used to being rude. Because I like nice. I like nice things and nice people. But I get that angst that you want. I love an enemies to lovers. Oh my gosh. So, I get it. Oh, so to answer, tsundere.
Oh, fascinating. And I know, no matter how many people tell me, this is how you pronounce it, I appreciate it. I appreciate people telling me how it's pronounced. Any word. But I don't remember. Like, Nico. I think people say it's neck-o, but I always forget and then I'm not sure. So, yeah. Anyways, if you could be a fish, any fish, what fish would you be? And why? And what would you do?
Like, a real fish, or I can make one up? Because are mermaids fish? Because that'd be pretty cool. I love sea creatures so much. Like, just, they're under the water. They have a whole different world from us. But if I had to be a fish, maybe one that's good at hiding. Because to be in the ocean, like, it's pretty, but actually down there, it would be scary. But it's pretty. So maybe one that kind of hide or blend in. Crabs aren't fish. I probably wouldn't want to be a crab anyways. Maybe something like deep in the darkness, where no one can see me, and I can just hide. I would be so safe. But who knows what's down there? Anything could get you. So, I don't know what kind I'd be, just something that hides in the darkness. I think they eat on, like, the little particles down there. I don't remember. Sorry if you hear background noises. I have a little pet. Well, I have a hamster and a rat. But, like, the rat, he's drinking the water. Because the rat's louder than the mouse. Not a mouse, hamster, what? Next question. Did I answer this one? Oh, I didn't answer it all the way. Why? And what would you do? Because I want to hide. I don't know what kind of fish I'd be, but just something, like, in the dark. For, like, safety, and because I'm more into the shadows, just kind of lurking. That's why I'm more like. And what would I do? I mean, what could you do? I'd swim around in the dark and just explore. Unless I could be a mermaid. Then, I guess I'd hide from humans. And like whales, if they would eat me. And sharks. Man, I guess all you can really do is survive. like, yeah, that's all you can really do down there. Unless everyone was friends, like in the cartoons, then I'd go on an adventure and I'd make friends.
I feel like you're kind of all over the place, but you are a mess. It makes sense. I hope. Anyways, what's your favorite music to listen to?
Okay, I want to say like rock or metal, something more like wait, I don't know what this is considered, like Dragula by Rob Zombie. I love that. Would You Love a Monster Man? That's my favorite song, and it's by this band. It's called Lordi, like Lordi, not Lord. I think it's Lordi. But oh, that was the song that got me into songs. Like, I didn't really appreciate music until I was 13, and I found Would You Love a Monster Man, and it opened my eyes. So I guess songs like that. But I listen to whatever. Like, I can go like What Is Love to, the Backstreet Boys. I'm really bad with, like, because who sings What Is Love? So that to whatever, Rob Zombie, Shinedown, Nickelback, Coldplay, it's just whatever. But I guess rock and metal are my favorites.
Fascinating. Wow, really interesting. You answer You answer in a way that you just kinda... Next question. What's your favorite movie?
What is my favorite movie? I don't think I have one. But scary movies are my favorite genre of movie. I like spooks. I love creepy things and I love cute things. Which I guess kind of fits with the mindful and the mess. Creepy and cute. At least in my opinion. But scary stuff, ooh. I love the Chucky movies and the Michael Myers movies. But I don't know what my favorite is. Maybe anything with a living doll. Although I guess some of them are kind of boring. Chucky did it well, I think so. But I don't know what my favorite is.
Oh, that was very insightful, I guess. Minion or Dabob for today?
Okay, this is also a joke question. It has to be. But what does it mean? Is it Despicable Me? Minion? And a Bob? Is a Bob one of the minions? Or a minion like a villain minion? Because heroes don't have minions, I don't think. And what's a Dabob? I'm gonna have to go with I don't know for now. I should have done research for some of these questions. Although this is a joke question, so it doesn't matter. So I don't know. But I wanted to include it because it was funny. I hope Dabob isn't anything bad. I'll feel awful.
I don't know either, but it's fun. I like these little joke questions. It brings out the mess in these messy minds. I guess. In a way. I hope I'm not insulting anyone. I call everyone who, listens, or if you subscribed or anything. You're my messy minds. I'm MindfulMess, you're messy minds. And that's a good thing. And I hope you think so. Now, which one is your real voice? Or are they both fake?
Now, neither of them are my real voice. But I use them both in daily lives, like wherever. It kind of depends on my emotions too. Because when I'm feeling happy and energetic, I do tend to have a higher pitched voice. When I'm feeling kind of depressed, I kind of go even lower, Or if I'm on the phone, I kind of put on the customer service voice and I talk, not like this, but it's still higher. But, they're both fake. But I still use them, so I guess they're kind of real, but, they're not my real voice. Because they come naturally to me sometimes. It's not like I'm putting on an act. But it's also, it's not how I would normally talk. Oh, it's confusing. Neither of them are, real. I had a person who wasn't really my friend, but kind of my friend, who said they didn't like my voice. They said they liked my singing voice, but they didn't like how I talked. Oh, that kind of hurt. But that's okay. That's just one opinion. My voice is fine. But I call these voices my Batman voice because, I put on a voice. Kind of, I guess, explanatory. So yeah, none of them are my real voice.
Very true. Because sometimes the voice just comes out naturally, but it's not the real voice. Anyways, what's your favorite character to play?
Okay, that kind of depends on what mood I'm in, but I guess, in general, I like playing stupid characters. Because, I can be all over the place. I can really just let the mess go wild. What's this, a banana? Oh, that's a phone, silly. I can't talk on this. Unless I can't. See, you can just do whatever when you're stupid. But I do want to say I have a bachelor's in psychology. I'm not dumb. Although I guess people who can be considered dumb do have bachelors. I don't want to call anyone dumb though, that's mean. But I guess the clueless characters are kind of my favorite. Because I can just go all over the place. And it's fun.
Oh, the neighbors are thumping around upstairs. I don't know if you can hear it, but these walls, these ceilings, everything is so thin. They could probably hear me. I hope they don't. Anyways, will you ever do a giantess audio? Hope I said that right.
Giantess? Giantess. Words are fun. I love doing different characters, and I would love to do it, But I don't really know how to portray that. Do I make the thumbnail person bigger? Or do I just put on the thumbnail and then I treat the characters as if they're smaller than me? I guess I do it that way. That's generally how I do all my audios. I just feel like a giant is different because am I supposed to make my voice sound more deep? Or what was I trying to do? I guess this I would need opinions on because I don't really know how to go about doing it, but I would if I could if I knew. So yes. I hope I answered that right. Or in a way that made sense.
I don't even remember what I answered. I had to stop for a moment. And next question. Favorite Pokemon?
I really like Gengar. I think that's how you pronounce it. G-E-N-J... No, not J. What? G-E-N-G-A-R. I'm really bad at pronouncing words, but I think it's Gengar. And he's just so cute. And he has that spooky, but he's so precious. I feel so bad for them. But I love them. So my favorite Pokemon is Gengar. I think I pronounced it right. I hope I did.
That's my favorite too. Because we're the same. I'm so funny. Anyways, how do you come up with ideas for your ASMR videos?
Okay, so I guess like I said, it does come a lot from me constantly daydreaming while growing up. Because there's just a lot of built-up ideas and worlds I've made. But also, if I'm listening to ASMR, I'll be like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. Someone could say, waking up a princess. And I'll think, I guess a princess will be cool. Maybe a princess who doesn't want to be disturbed. I think that's how a lot of people do it. They just kind of get inspiration. But that's if I don't do it from my own head. Because sometimes I just sit and I'm like, what sounds good? What am I in the mood for? Because I have to feel motivated to also do audios. So, if I'm feeling, really energetic that day, I'm like, oh, a dog girl, an Inu. That's what I was told is, a dog girl, because it's, a Neko. Oh my gosh, am I making sense? Yeah, so it really depends on how I'm feeling, and then I take that feeling, and I'm like, how could this be turned into an audio? So I guess these ideas can come from different places. Yeah. I also want to build up on this because I don't know if this is going to be asked. If it is, then I'll just kind of answer it again a little. But I think that's, because I used to do sequels a lot. But, I'm not, it depends on motivation. And when people request sequels, I would love to do them more often. But then it's like, I'll write them down. I'll make the thumbnail and everything. And then when I go to sit record, my mind blanks because, like, how do I continue? But I know how to continue, but how do I express it? And that's just where motivation lacks. So I want to do more sequels, and I love that people want sequels. But it's like, where's that motivation? And I did used to do more sequels, but I can't keep the same tone. Like, I can do, like, a higher voice like this, or I can just do, like, a regular, like, whatever little high voice. I have a high voice and a low voice, but they kind of have different pitches, and I'm afraid I'm going to use the wrong pitch, you know? The wrong tone. They're very similar, so maybe it wouldn't even matter, but I'm just worried it won't be the same as the original, and people will be like, hey, what's going on? Oh my gosh, the neighbors are upstairs. What were they doing? I hope you can't hear that. If you can, then neighbor ASMR. That wasn't funny. Next question.
I do want to clarify. I'm not upset that I can hear the neighbors. I mean, I wish this was more soundproof. But, everyone's living their life. I'm not gonna be mad if someone living their life. I can't ever... Huh? I can't ask people to put their lives on hold just so I can get something done. I need to be more organized. But, I knew this was gonna be long, and I didn't know... Next question! Why do you start making such great videos?
I kind of answered this before. It was like which I don't mind because there's a lot of questions and it's kind of hard to see if someone's already asked a question. So I don't really mind if there's multiple questions. And maybe the second time it's asked, I'll have more like input to put, Oh, I need to stop talking so fast. Yeah, just the beginning of COVID and I got inspired and I wanted a creative outlet, and I'm glad you think it's great. That makes me heart happy. That makes my heart very happy, knowing that people enjoy the content. But yeah, I listened to it at the beginning of COVID, like other people, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I want to make it, and that's how it started.
Very nicely put, I think. Honestly, I say words and then, I don't remember. What are your favorite hobbies?
Okay, so I love to sing. I like to, color because, it's very calming. It doesn't matter how old you are. Coloring is supposed to be very soothing and can be therapeutic. So I love singing, coloring, reading, and writing. And although I don't write scripts, or because I improvise, I used to write scripts like the very first few audios of my channel, but then when I was reading, I felt like I didn't sound so genuine. But yeah, reading, writing, and I do write scripts for others. Like No Sierra ASMR and Verum ASMR. I don't know if Verum's uploaded in a while, but I did write like 1 or 2 scripts for him. And No Sierra, I wrote a couple of scripts. It's fun. And just I'm trying to learn how to crochet, but those loops are confusing. So basically just singing, coloring, writing, reading, painting's cool. I guess I can kind of be with the coloring. And just daydreaming, I guess, is a hobby because I love being creative. So anything that lets me have a creative outlet, I like to do.
Hobbies are a good thing to have. It's good to have something to keep your mind occupied. Now, was it challenging when you first got into ASMR? And also, are the Yandere audios returning? You only made 2, I think. Just curious.
When I first got into ASMR, it was a little, I wouldn't say hard, but it was confusing and a bit challenging because there's just so much to learn. But it's also you just get into it, I went out and got the cheapest mic I could and hooked it up, and I just started reading from my script. Before I realized I'm so much better with improvising. And with improvising and reading from a script, I stumble over my words, so it's whatever. What was the question? So it was a little challenging, but once you understand, you just kind of get into the groove of it, And also getting my voice ready, really working towards adjusting how I want my voices to come off which I'm still working on that, but I'm doing what I can. What is going on? Is that an airplane? Or maybe they're running water upstairs. I don't know. And the yandere audios. I answered this a little bit ago, but oh my gosh, this is gonna be a long video. Why did I make that noise? I took them all off, I believe, unless the clueless yandere, because she's not like scary. She's just more like, I think the clueless evens it out, so that's fine. But like I said, I wanted for more mature audiences, so moved it to a different platform. And so I guess no, unless they're like silly, not like scary. So stuff like the clueless yandere, where it's like, I'm so obsessed with you, I love you, but also, what is this light doing here? What if a moth comes in and the moth takes over us all, or whatever? I don't know. So I guess no, unless they're silly. I really hope I'm making sense with these, because I'm kind of just rambling.
But rambles can be fun. Unless you talk too fast and you can't really understand you, then maybe just breathe. Now, how do you explain your job to other people? Do you ever go in depth about it?
Well, I don't have friends. No, I have a couple. I'm really bad with making friends. Nosy and Vera are my friends. That's because, like, in the beginning, we were all, like, still learning and stuff, and we just kind of grew together. But they were, like, they're best friends, and I kind of just merged in. But, so I guess I don't really have to tell people. Oh, but, like, for a certain, like moving to an apartment or something, I'll just say content creator, YouTuber. And if I have to go in depth about it, I'll just say I just make ASMR. And I guess it's, a lot of people call this ASMR, but then I get comments like, this isn't ASMR. I'm like, okay, I kind of agree with you, but I've already labeled it as ASMR, so I just say that, and it kind of just covers it. But I'll just say content creator, YouTuber.
I see. Yeah. I don't know how to respond after these. Next question. How do you upload every day without taking a break? Not complaining, just curious.
Well, I love what I do. What is that noise? I hope they're not upset with me and they're just stomping around to make me quiet. Okay, I'm a little scared now. It's getting louder. What was the question? Oh, okay, so... oh my gosh. Maybe I should just stop for a moment. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so... what was the question? Oh, okay, so I just love what I do. And if you love what you do, then it's easy. There was, like, I think the entire, span of my YouTube experience, career, I've only not done it 3 days, and that was, like, recently because I was so sick I couldn't even talk. But, you know, if you love what you do, and you have, like, all these thoughts in your head that you can just put out there, then it's just kind of easy, you know? I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna keep saying that because I feel like I'm not making any sense.
But what really makes sense in this world? A lot of things. You're not one of them. Maybe you are. Maybe I am. Yes. Anyways, are you light side or dark side?
There's a Star Wars question. I haven't seen Star Wars in so long. I guess light side. Because that's the good side, right? And I want to be good. Unless the dark side is like the misunderstood villains. But still, I'd be light side. I don't want to like sound like, oh, I'm just like the nicest person. But, I prefer nice over mean. So, gotta be nice.
Nice is nice. I do love nice. And it's just, if you're nice, even if you're just nice to yourself, it's wonderful. Because, you know, we gotta have more nice. Now, what is your favorite genre of audio to record?
I don't know if this means like a specific, like a category, or, well, I guess it'd still just be the clueless. I don't know if it was like more like a broad thing, but, just characters where I don't really have to think. I guess you still have to think because I have to make myself seem dumb. But it's still kind of easy because I'm just blabbering words. But I also have to answer in a way that makes sense. But yeah, I guess clueless, dense, oblivious, just characters who are kind of dumb.
Now, do you watch anime? And if you do, which ones are your favorite?
I do watch anime, and I love anime, because it's just another creative thing, More inspiration. I guess my all-time favorite is Naruto, because that's just what got me into the anime. I started watching it when I was younger, and it's like, ooh. Yeah, so Naruto. And, recently I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, I think I'm at the end of part 2, and, spoilers, but Lisa is his mom? My brain, it stopped working for a moment, because what? I hope I said spoilers in time. I wanted to watch I don't know how to pronounce this, Apothecary Diaries? I've been seeing clips of that on YouTube, and it looks good, but also I think it's only on certain platforms that I don't have. That's also with, I'm not one for romance, but, like, A Sign of Affection looks good. Oh, that makes me want to learn sign language. Oh, but, my favorites that I have watched, besides Naruto, there's My Hero Academia, there's Soul Eater, there's Black Butler, which I need to catch up on. I also need to catch up on One Punch Man. And, I guess those are kind of the basics. Is there any more? It's okay. Those are the basics. I don't have to get into too much detail. Although I've been rambling, give me a lot of details, so maybe they don't even make sense, so I don't know. Breathe.
Now, next question, because fascinating answer. Since you're able to upload so often, how far in advance do you record your videos, whatever? And do you improvise any of your scripts? Or do you think of the script and write it down and edit, and how would it go? I should have paced myself. I was kind of barely looking at my phone when I was reading that.
Words. So it kind of depends. Like, typically, I record, like, days in advance, and I have, like, audios ready and prepared. But ever since I got, like, really sick back in January, I've been having a little more trouble keeping up that schedule. Did you just hear me swallow? Sorry, I, like, salivate a lot. Maybe because I'm talking a lot. But yeah, so sometimes I record the morning of. If it gets, like, that severe where I just have to oh my gosh, I'm not making sense. Okay, so my uploading also depends on if my roommates are home, because I have a couple of them, and the walls are so thin, and I don't want them hearing me go, like, meow, I love you, woof woof, or whatever. So sometimes it's days in advance, if I'm prepared. Sometimes it's the morning of. And I do improvise everything, because it's just easier than reading from a script. Although before sitting down to record, I'll think, okay, what's a sentence I can lead off of?
Improvising is beautiful. Although I can only do it when I'm alone. If I'm in public, or why would I improvise in public? Yeah, I like to improvise. Easier when I'm alone, though. How are you able to bring so much joy into our lives? Do you have superpowers?
I know this is just a sweet question. Oh, you're making me all flustered. I wish I had superpowers. That'd be cool. I just do what I can. That's a silly question, but I'm really glad I can make you guys feel good. Is that what I wanted to say? I'm glad I can make you guys happy. I'm glad my content brings emotions. Because feeling emotions, truly allows us to really live. Unless I do have superpowers and I don't know it. If this is a superpower, it'd be so cool. Although I wish I could, fly or something, or lurk in the shadows but actually become a shadow. But, oh, thank you.
Oh, it's always so nice to get a compliment. I appreciate them. Now, what inspired your name, and what is your favorite song or color? Now, oh wait.
And this is the one I'm answering with. My name, it was I just wanted things that would contradict, so MindfulMess. And, it took me a good day or two to actually think of it. And I'm glad I did because I love this name and I wouldn't change it for the world. My favorite song is Would You Love a Monster Man because, it got me into songs. And, you gotta love those monsters. And favorite color? Well, the whole black, white, and gray thing, so I guess between those. I also like naturey colors too, like brown and green and stuff. But their favorite would be like black, white, and gray. If I had to choose, it'd be black.
Now, the first question, what's the inspiration behind the name MindfulMess? Since I've already answered that, I'll just go to the second question, which is, what's the story behind the bunny profile pic?
I like rabbits. Rabbits are like my favorite animal. It's kind of a type between crocodiles, but I think rabbits are my favorite. And I wanted something creepy because I do like the creepy and cute. So a rabbit mask with sharp teeth, and there's the chip in the eye. Because I have a scar by my eye, so I wanted to include that, and that's how I did it.
If you were familiar with the franchise, what's your favorite Zelda game?
Oh, I haven't played Zelda in so long. I would go over to a friend's house and they'd show me theirs. They're little game things. And I think is it... I hope I'm not confusing this, but is it Majora's Mask? Or am I thinking of Ocarina of Time? It's been so long, I guess I can't really give an answer because I can't remember. But, those sound familiar. So maybe one of those. I'd have to go back into it, though.
Now, how often do you write scripts? Every day?
I feel like I have to burp. Improvise. I improvise. Sorry, brain was somewhere else. I used to write scripts. I think it was just the first few audios, but then, improvising. I could just, it saves so much time. And the words just pop out of my head. But sometimes my brain moves too fast and I stumble over my words and it's just... But I hope it's still enjoyable. And maybe even more believable. Because I stumble over my words in actual talking too, so... yeah. So improvise just every day.
Now, what's the weirdest injury you've ever had? And how did it happen?
Okay, so weirdest, I'm gonna assume it's not severe. It's just weird. When I was younger, we used to visit the hospital all the time because I have 4 siblings and a single mom. So her trying to keep track of all of us and make sure we're okay, we're always bumping into stuff. So one time we were leaving the hospital and I was skipping on the sidewalk, just having fun, and I tripped over a root and I skinned my knee. And she picked me up and I'm crying and she's like, just don't look at it. But how are you gonna tell a kid not to look at it? So I looked down and the entire knee is skinned and bleeding. And I just was like, I'm bleeding! And I was crying. And she was like, I told you not to look at it. She didn't say it mean, but she was like, I told you not to look at it. Oh, but I also have the eye injury. Because I do have a scar by my eye. When I was in, let's say, daycare, I think, they had this little kid playground and this bigger kid playground, but still daycare, and no one was watching me. So I climbed onto the big kid side and I fell off and I banged my head. And right by my eye, it's right there by my eye. I don't really know how to, it's there. I was trying to think of how to explain where it's at, but it's just by the eye. My head, right there got busted open, and I had to get stitches. So now I just have a scar there. I guess I've had other little injuries, but they're not that, I guess. So, those are my injuries.
Okay, interesting stories. Now, in your videos, your voice sounds happy and cheerful in the white videos, and in the black videos, they sound normal and tired. Is there a difference between them?
Well... with the deeper voice, I kind of think that's more calm, more I guess it's just how my brain thinks of it. Because with the higher voice, I think it sounds more energetic, more let's do this, and more upbeat and happy. But with the deeper voice, it just sounds more calm. And since my brain puts that together, that's just how it comes off.
Now, what was your inspiration to start this? I believe this was already answered, like, beginning of COVID, and just listen to ASMRs, and that's how it kind of happened. So the next question this person asked is, do you plan on doing a narrative-like series? Like a proper series with an overarching, arching words, story for like 5 episodes or something?
Mindful, you're starting to talk kind of fast. Gotta breathe. Sometimes I just talk fast and I have to tell myself to slow down. It's not like it just happens. A series. I've done them before if you mean like certain characters. But if you mean like a more recent one, that's also the motivation to do sequels and stuff. Because it'd be cool, I'd love to do a full story, and I want to. But when the time comes and I look at requests, it's like, oh, okay, can I do this? And if I can't, then I can't. Because that's the one thing of improvising, it comes from your head. And if you're not motivated, nothing's coming to your head, and you can't just say it, So I'd like to, but it really depends on motivation.
Now, what kind of microphone do you use?
Well, in the beginning, I used, I think it was Insignia? Oh, is that what it was? I can't remember. And that's what I used for the longest time. But now, let me see, looking at my mic, it says HyperX. Is that what it's called? It says HyperX. So, I guess, I hope that's it. I hope they don't just put a random name on here. But it's HyperX. Hopefully it sounds good. Also, I have a wish list, and somebody gave me this, the thing, like, you put in front of your mic and you talk into, and it's supposed to quiet down the popping sounds. And I recently just got this, so I hope it's working. I hope I'm using this right. But, oh my gosh, I'm just going all over the place. HyperX is the microphone. At least that's what it says.
Oh, my tummy's grumbling. I'm hungry. I will eat in a moment. Now, have there ever been audios you've started and when finished or in the process just kind of stopped or scraped the ideas? If so, any you'd be willing to share?
Well, I don't think I really scraped any, but there have been a couple audios where, like, I'll get to the end, but I'm, like, in a mood where I'm so angry because I can't, like, soundproof this. I love a soundproof area. That would make me so much happier. But, I just don't have one, so I have to work with what I got. So, like, if there's a lot of background noise and I feel like noise canceling just won't work because I do a noise suppression, I delete it. I'm like, fine, I'll restart. And then I calm down and I wait for it to get a little quieter and then I start over. And it's the same idea. It's just, more calm. Unless it's like an angry audio, but I won't be angry. It's the character who's angry. So I just start over if there's like way too much noise. Or if I feel like I did an absolutely terrible job, which means I'm in like a sad mood or like a, oh, I didn't do so well mood.
Okay, I just realized I'm an hour in and I still have a lot of questions, so I need to be more straight to the point and not let mess kind of take control and kind of just all over the place. And if I may ask a second question, would there be any possibility of MindfulMess clothing merch in the future?
Clothing merch. I do have like a merch thing, but I don't have a lot of designs on there because I started in the beginning of my channel. And I guess I should work on that more. I just swallowed. Can you guys hear me gulp? Oh wait, straight to the point. I guess I could work on it more. I have a Twitter or X now. Just look up at ASMR MindfulMess, and that's where you'll find me. And then I have like all my stuff linked in the pinned, but for the clothing stuff, I need to work on it more because I could do better.
Merch would be really cool. I just need to put my mind into it more. What is your favorite kind of ASMR to make?
The ones where I can be dumb.
And what inspired you to become an ASMR YouTuber?
There was one ASMR artist I listened to before who kind of like, I was like, you know what? I want to do this. I listened to a lot of ASMR before, but like it was Moody VA, I think, MOODY VA. oh, I hope I remember. And I was like, wow, I like this. And it was COVID and I wanted to do something, so that's kind of what pushed me. I hope I didn't answer that too fast. I'm trying to, make this entertaining without, boring you guys and, oh, you wonderful messy minds. So I need to be more focused.
What is your Bloodborne strategy? Do you focus on strength and skill, or are you more of a blood-tinged and arcane?
I don't play Bloodborne, but if it's a good enough game, I might, or good enough, everyone has their own preferences. I should, look into it. But, any game that lets you choose, a skill thing, I'd want to be, a thief or, a magic person. I don't know if that's in Bloodborne, but that's what I'd go with if I could. But if it's just between, strength and skill, I guess I'd go with skill.
Do you like tea? Is it your favorite drink of yours? No pressure, I just really like tea.
I love tea. I love sweet tea. Just, really sugary stuff. But it's not my favorite. My favorite is apple juice. Because, I think that's a different question, so I'll say that for, I think apple juice thing is a different question. So I'll save it, but apple juice is my favorite. I do love soda, though. Apple juice will always be there. But I do love tea. Sweet tea. And I'm willing to try other teas.
Tea is very good. And that is my input. Now, who has been your favorite character to voice in your videos?
Okay, I know I said Clueless were, my favorite genre, or to do, or favorite audios. I guess they're also my favorite to... Well... Character-wise, I guess the dog girls are kind of fun because they're, energetic, and I feel like I could just talk really fast and not feel bad about it because that's kind of seems like the dog behavior, you know? Even though I want to specify that my characters are not the animals, they just have animal characteristics. So, I love the dumb characters, or clueless, but, the dog ones are pretty cool. Or the ones where I could be relaxed, if I was the cat ones, those are cool. I don't know about favorite, but I guess between those maybe. Although I'm kind of indecisive, so I don't know.
Favorite characters are difficult to decide. Now, what is your favorite music genre or artist or /artist?
Oh, I can hear them stomping. Like I said, I like doing metal. What doing? I like listening to metal and rock, but the artist, I'm not sure. Because although Would You Love a Monster Man is my favorite song, I don't know if the artist of that is my favorite artist. I like Nickelback. I like Shinedown. Oh my gosh. Who? This must be my favorite and I can't even think of the... I don't know. I just like whatever songs, whatever artist. I hear them. Oh, if you guys can hear them, I'm so sorry.
First, how are you really? And will you eventually start making longer audios?
I currently am doing fine, although I'm hungry. But I don't eat before recording because, like I said, I have to burp. It's not gonna come out. Because, oh my gosh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, because it messes with how I talk. But also, yeah. Will I make longer audios? The thing is, I'm really bad with stopping, coming to an end. So, once, in my head, I already think, okay, just make it to 10 minutes. And then I try to stop. But, for special audios, I tend to do longer, for, holiday ones. But, I don't know. I try to do 10 minutes because I do a lot of audios, and it would take up more time, and it takes me a bit to record. Well, I guess it depends on who you ask, because, it's all relative. What's long to one person but not the other? But maybe in the future I'll try to do longer ones, but it's kind of a we'll see situation.
Now, how do you use for low voice or high voices for videos? Does it depend on the script?
Okay, so since I improvise, I kind of know what I want for the lower voice and the higher voice. Although sometimes I change it up. Sometimes I make the lower voice more energetic, and sometimes I make the higher voice more calm, or just more tired. But, I guess I think of a scenario and I'm just like, oh, what would fit which voice more? And then I write it down for that. And that's how I do that. I hope I answered that, like, in a way that made sense. Because it's just like, I'll think of an audio, and what sounds right with it? Oh, tell me no. And that is how I answered that question.
Yeah, you're very good at answering questions. Maybe I should next time. That way I can try to be more calm about it. Although I'd probably still be all over the place. Why did I exhale like that? Which is the better show? Breaking Bad or The Sopranos?
I haven't watched either of them. Either? They look really sad. And although there's shows that I like that have the sadness, I don't know if I want to watch a show about a guy who has cancer and has to resort to selling stuff. But also The Sopranos, I've seen clips of it, and he hurt his son. And I know his son was kind of like standing up to him or something, but... although I love Shameless, so I can't really say it's because the show is sad, because Shameless is... But Shameless reminds me of my childhood, so I guess that's more of like a thing I vibe with. Does that make sense? But I haven't seen either. To answer the question, I haven't seen either Breaking Bad or The Sopranos.
Shameless is a good show. I love Shameless. I'm heavily considering starting an ASMR channel myself. Any tips for beginners? What? Any tips for a beginner? There we go. Stuff you wish you knew back when you started.
You just gotta get started. I mean... I guess it depends on if you want to improvise or do scripts. Because if you're going to do a script, you can either write your own or find stuff like, I think Reddit maybe has like scripts available. So you just have to find like some you can, is that a tip? I guess first decide if you want to improvise or do scripts or both. Be prepared. You can try to make a schedule just so you can like have a timely thing. And I'd say like, keep a schedule so people know what to expect. But honestly, I don't think that matters either. Or maybe it does. That wasn't really good helpful at all. Good helpful? What? Usually I'm so good with giving advice. I guess it's more emotional stuff though. All you have to do is just start. Some people start with phones because they don't have a mic or anything. So you just start with what you have, or if you can, you go out and get supplies like a microphone. And you just start. And from there, you just keep improving. I don't really know about what I did in the beginning. I guess just keep practicing. Vocal warm-ups. Because to get into character for my voices, I say, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. And if you listen to, one of my Halloween audios, I did the clown one. I made her say that in the beginning, because she's about to perform. So she's saying that, getting ready. And that's how I think it helps the vocals. I don't know. I had to say them for choir, and it just kind of stuck with me. So go, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
And I just say it over and over until I'm like, ready. Is this too much rambling? I'm trying not to ramble. I'm trying to answer. I guess basically you just have to start. And once you start, you just keep moving forward. I'm sorry if that's not helpful. You just start and you go,
What's your favorite ASMR story from your channel?
I don't know if I have a favorite story. I like the hero and villain ones if you want like a specific plot thing. Enemies to lovers, I love that. It's just somebody who used to like just despise you but they love your flaws and everything they once were like, ew, they're like, wow, I actually love this. I love you. I don't think I'm expressing what I want to express correctly, but like, oh my gosh, stomach, shut up. Shh, shut up. Shh. So I guess the favorite story would be like a hero or villain or just enemies to lovers.
Okay, now this one has 10 questions. Very good, very good. I was hoping I'd get a lot of questions because I want this to be like entertaining and long. But I'm gonna try to go by these quickly because they seem like simple answers. Do you like horror movies?
Yes.
What's your favorite show?
I don't know about a favorite show. Miraculous Ladybug's good, but I also like Shameless. I like Naruto, so it's kind of hard to. Oh, I just scratched the wall. It's kind of hard to choose. But I guess it kind of changes. But yeah.
What is your favorite comfort food or snack?
I love ice cream. Ice cream's my favorite. Here comes that burp. It's coming back.
If you can collab with anyone, who would it be?
Well, I have collabed with a few people, not on my channel though, because, I kind of keep my channel just me, but I do have a playlist where I have collabed with others, which I think I need to update because I think I've forgotten some. But, I don't know who I'd want to collab with. I guess my friends, No Sierra and Verum. I'd love to make more VA friends, ASMR friends, whatever. I don't know how to make friends. And I'm really bad at talking. Oh my gosh. I need to make friends. What was I saying? Oh yeah, questions.
What was the most difficult audio you had to do? To record or write? I need to read these out before my brain just... What was the most difficult audio you had to record or write?
The most difficult, I guess... I don't really know. I guess ones where I have to be mean, because I have to think of, like, what would be considered mean or toxic? And I can just kind of come up with, oh, them over there, they're... I don't know. They look ugly, I guess. I'm trying to think of, like, a toxic audio. So I guess ones where, like, the toxic character.
What is an audio you want to do in the future?
In the future... I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I don't know. Sorry, I wish I could answer these more better. But I'm not sure what I want to do in the future. Like what kind of audio. But hopefully if I want to do it, I'll be able to. Within time.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
Daydreaming, reading, listening to ASMR. Just that stuff.
What is your favorite audio that you've done?
I don't know about a favorite, like if I did a specific one. But I guess just one of the... I want to say clueless ones, but that's just a fun character to do. I'm not really sure what my favorite one is.
Do you watch anime? And if you do, what is your favorite?
Well, I guess I want to say my favorite is Naruto, but I have been into JoJo. But My Hero Academia is really good. But I can't really choose a favorite. One Punch Man's funny though. I like One Punch Man.
And what is your favorite dessert?
That's kind of the comfort food or snacks. That's gonna be ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. I like ice cream.
How did you come up with the idea to distinguish the voices you use by color-coding the thumbnails?
Well, my favorite colors are like black and white and some gray. I do like gray, but my favorites are black and white. And I thought, oh, I have two voices. So I just kind of merged them. And I thought the lighter voice would go well with white because for some reason it just seems like a higher thing, you know? Like a high pitch, more energetic. And black seems so calming, so secure, just nice. And since I thought the deep voice sounded secure and calming for the most part, I put that with that. So I guess that's how I decided. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your personality like in real life?
In real life, I'm more calm. I guess I'm more quiet because I don't really have anything to say, you know? I guess I do all my talking here. But I'm more calm and quiet unless I'm in a happy or weird mood because I'm weird. I'm kind of weird. But weird helps me with creativity. But generally, I guess I'm just calm and quiet. I try to think things through, try to strategize. But I guess it's more what mood I'm in. I'm also just paranoid. I'm a very paranoid person, so I try to, like, take cautions, you know? So I guess that's why I try to be calm. To be safe. Because the world can be scary. But the world can also be fun, so you have to enjoy the little things. And everything. I'm rambling again. Okay, next question.
Does anything motivate you to make Does anything motivate you to keep making ASMR vids? Or is it just a passion kind of thing?
Well, this is my career right now, so it's like I need it to live, my livelihood. But also it is passion, because I love that I can use my creativity to help others, to, like, let them relax. Or maybe even teach some lessons. Or make them realize, wow, toxic people are not good and I should not be around them. Unless it's like the brain, too many thoughts. It's more of a passion thing. I just like what I do. I love what I do. I love having a creative outlet. There, a nice, simple answer. I hope.
Now, how did you come up with the idea of these two personalities for your videos? And what got you into ASMR roleplays?
Okay, well, since I answered the second one, I'll go with the first. How did I come up with the idea of these two personalities? Well, I just knew I could do different voices, so I thought, hey, I could, do kind of two different characteristics, you know? Characteristics? Personalities? Is that what? Yeah, personalities. That's what was the question. Well, I guess it's part of my mood too, because when I'm talking in a low voice, I feel calm. But when I go to the higher voice, I feel that energy, kind of. That's only if I'm not sad or angry. I don't really get angry though, unless there's a lot of noises. But I thought, since I can do these voices, might as well make different personalities. And I kind of have this lore thing where, like, the mask holds two entities, and, like, the wearer can speak for these entities. I'm still working on the lore though. That's kind of what I have.
Okay, and, how long does it take to make a video? Like, planning, recording, editing, essentially the full process.
It could take, let's see, a couple hours. I mean, like, if I'm recording 2 audios, that could take between a little over 30 minutes to maybe a little over an hour, and that's just the recording part. Because I try to, like, cut stuff out and make sure it's not, like, too noisy. And I also have to make sure, like, no planes are over, and there's a lot of cars that go by. So I have to stop, and I have to make sure my rat isn't drinking water because it could be pretty loud. So that could take about that amount of time I said. And then I guess planning could take a moment, because sometimes it does take me, like, a bit to think of ideas, but that's only if I'm not motivated. Like, if I feel kind of low on energy. But if I'm full on energy, I'm like, oh, this sounds like it'd be cool. So that kind of depends. Overall, I guess it could take a few hours to do 2 audios. But that's okay, because I like to do it. And since I like to do it, it's fun. I don't know why I make my voice do that. It's fun. Maybe because I'm trying to keep this entertaining, and I know at this point, I don't know how many people are listening, but if you're listening, hey, hi Messy Minds, thank you for listening. And if you're not listening, well, you won't hear this, but that's okay, completely understandable, because I'm probably not making this as entertaining as I could be.
Now, what's the best thing about making these audios?
Oh, my phone just went off. That's fine. The best thing, well, other than having a creative outlet, because, like, I like being able to, like, express myself, just seeing all the people happy. Or, like, in the comments giving me, like, feedback, or just saying, wow, this is cool, or just the regular comments, you know? It makes me happy knowing that people want to listen to me, and want to, like, just, like, partake, is that the right word? Partake in the audio? Like, maybe they continue the scenario in their own comment, and I think that's cool too, because they're, like, being creative as well. I just think it's really cool that people can come together and enjoy, like, the same thing. So it makes me happy that I can make others feel happy. Or any emotion, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I keep going, like after every question. That's fine. Okay. And how do you go about deciding if a given script will be better for Mindful or for Mess?
Well, since I improvise, I just think of an idea and I'm like, oh, I guess this would be better for like a deeper voice, maybe more calm. Or maybe this sounds like it should be more energetic. Or maybe this sounds like a tired character, but like it might be cute if it was with the higher voice, with Mess. So I just think of an idea and then I think, oh, who would best fit this? I hope that answered it okayly, but it's just kind of like this character and this is what I want them to say. Or how I want them to act like.
Now, how did you discover that you had such a wide vocal range? And what made you want to use it to make audios?
I guess partially choir because, my teacher wanted to see if I could go in the altos or are they called sopranos? I can't remember. So, I did both ways. Like I went up like do, re, mi, and then do, re, mi, like, oh, that's not how I did it, but it was like that. And, I guess that's kind of how I figured out. But also I wanted to scare my friends, so I put on a deep voice, but it didn't really scare them, but that's how I kind of figured it out as well. And, and reading too, because I used to be in the foster system. I've been in a lot of places. And a lot of the foster homes had younger kids, and I would always read to them. And I'd put on silly voices, so that also, like, showed that I had, like, a bit of a range. And I wanted to use them for audios because I thought it'd be fun, and just to, like, be creative.
Okay, and let's see. This person just wants some MindfulMess lore. Like, what's going on in the MindfulMessy verse?
Okay, so this, I've kind of changed a bit. I've already talked about, like, the pets for, like, a future thing, like, later on. But I guess for how it originated, I imagine this person, I guess would be me, walking and just, like, doing their own thing. And they feel like something calling out to them. And, like, they look around like, oh my gosh, I'm just hearing my name. But, everyone kind of just hears their name. So it's like, whatever. But then it kind of has, like, a pulling sensation, like, follow me. So they're like, okay. And they let all common sense fly out the window and they just follow the voice. And then they stumble upon this mask. And they have this urge to just put it on. They don't know why, but they have to. And putting it on, it's kind of like the mask situation with Jim Carrey, where they kind of transform. And this person can now, like, be a conduit for MindfulMess, where they can talk for these entities. And that's just kind of what I had. It might change around because, like, I haven't really made anything, like, official. That's kind of what I'm, like, picturing right now.
Interesting. Lore. It's still something I need to work on. Now, how do you prepare your voice for recording each one?
Oh, I think I accidentally answered this before. By, doing the warm-up, like the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. And I also heard that if you yawn with your mouth closed, it, like, helps. I'm not sure if that's true, but I do it sometimes anyways. So, I'll make sure, like, I'm, like, ready to record, like, I'm in the, like, mindset, like I can. And then I just warm up. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
And then I just go from there.
Okay. And somebody asked, why apple juice? With another person following up, what is your opinion on apple cider?
Okay, so apple juice is just really good. But it also has, like, nostalgia. Where you, like, when you're, like, getting breakfast at school, I don't know if this is, like, the same for everyone, but they'd have those little juice cartons out, and, like, you just grab one, and, like, it was, like, a sense of happiness. Apple juice just tastes like joy. Like, you could be kind of down, and you just drink it, and it's like, hey, it's not so bad. And I think it's just the sweetness and calmness of it that I just really like apple juice. So it has good memories, and it's also, like, it just has a sense of good, if that makes sense. And the apple cider, it's been so long since I've had any. I can't really have an opinion of it because I don't remember. I'd have to give it another try, but I think I thought it was okay or something. I'd have to give it another try.
I had to stop because, it was a lot of talking. So after an hour and a half of talking, it's been like a day. I'm gonna get back to it. To you, it probably seems like nothing. It was just a little cut in the audio. For me, I'm trying to get back into the mindset. Now, Mess, who are your favorite ASMR artists?
Okay, well, No Sierra and Verum, I believe I said before, they're my friends, so I think they're really cool ASMR artists. But I think I also mentioned Moody VA. I think it was because of them where I was really interested in trying to do ASMR. But it has been a moment since I've actually listened to ASMR, so I'm not for sure. But there are so many lovely ASMR artists.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, ice cream is my favorite dessert. But my favorite of the ice creams would have to be mint chocolate chip. It's sweet and minty, and it's just good. I still have to burp. But I did actually eat before doing this, because I was hungry. And it's a little later in the day when I'm doing this, because they were mowing earlier. Getting sidetracked again. Mint chocolate chip. And sometimes it changes, but it'll always be mint chocolate chip.
Oh, interesting. Now, next question. How many voices can you make? Or is it just the two?
I don't know. I've never really tried, I guess. I mean, I've tried, but how do I know my limit? Could I go even higher? The rain in Spain falls. No. The rain in Spain falls. No, that is awful. Can I go lower?
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. I want to be a vampire and I will haunt you.
That was a little more difficult to do. Maybe I could go a little higher. No, this sounds awful. I tried to do, what's the name? From Resident Evil 8, the fish person, Monroe? I've tried to do him.
Mother Miranda, I've been a really good fish boy. Mother Miranda, if it's for you, I would do anything.
No, that doesn't really sound like him. I can kind of do accents, but that's not really... I'm kind of bad at it. I shouldn't even try. I know a few audios. I've also done a country accent. The rain in Spain falls. No, I don't want to insult anyone because it's going to be awful. So to answer your question, I don't really know. I just have to practice, I guess, to see if I can do more voices.
You forgot the gremlin one. But trying to do that what is the name? I don't know. It kind of, my throat. Next question. Have you thought about trying to get into voice acting for projects other than ASMR videos?
I would love to. Lending my voice to other projects would be amazing. I just don't really have that much confidence in myself, I guess. That's kind of with collabing, too. If someone's to collab with me, they'd have to ask, because I don't feel good enough to approach others. But I guess I could try to find projects. Maybe people need a voice for a video game or something. I wouldn't even know where to begin, but I could try. And I think that'd be really fun.
Now, next question. Who draws your thumbnails?
Okay, so there's a couple arts in my thumbnails. For the first part, it's from one artist, and the second part, it's next. So the MindfulMess art actually comes from Moonbow May on Twitter, or now known as X, and that is MoonBowMei, and they did the MindfulMess art. No, the art that you see when you click on the video. Though, I don't know how to pronounce this. Phalions? Faelions, also on Twitter, or X. And actually, it's a pic crew. And I just designed the characters, like, with the little parts, you know how pic crew works? Picrew, pic crew. But in the little note thing, it said, please give credit to my Twitter. So, I credit the artist by their Twitter. Oh, and the background art is actually made by a person on itch.io, or itch.io, itch.io, and it's Potato Master, but it's POTAT0MASTER, and they draw all the backgrounds, and they have a file that's like free to use as long as you give credit, and all credit is always found in the description of my audios. So if you're ever curious, you just go in the description, and that's where I give credit. I feel like I just said credit a lot. But yeah, that's where you find it.
It's very good to give credit. Credit must be given. Sorry, I have the giggles. Sometimes it's hard to motivate yourself to get out of bed. How do you find motivation to continue with making these videos? And what inspired you to keep going when times were tough?
Okay, so inspiration or motivation can be difficult sometimes. I'm only human. Sometimes I feel low and I don't want to do anything. Oh, that burp is trying to sneak back up. To find motivation, a part of my brain tells me you have to do this. And I love what I do, so it's no problem. So even when I don't feel motivation, it's like you have to do this. So those 3 days I couldn't record, I felt really bad. But I knew everything was going to be fine. It just... But most of the time I am motivated. When I'm not, it's just... just sit down and you talk. Just do what you can. Because all you can do is try your best. And what inspired me to keep going? Well, the community. All of you wonderful, messy minds. I wouldn't even be doing this Q&A without you. I wouldn't be me without you. I mean, there wouldn't even be a channel without any of you. So, all of you inspire me. And I really appreciate all of you.
Oh, that was lovely. All the messy minds truly are wonderful. Now, this question. How tall are you?
Oh, how tall am I? I mean, it's been a moment since I checked, but I don't think I've grown. I think there's a certain time when you stop growing, but I'm not sure. I mean, it wasn't too long ago. Oh my gosh, why am I just rambling? I just need to answer the question. I'm 5'2". To a lot, that could be short. To some, I could be tall. Just kidding. I don't know. Or is that average height? Probably depends on where you're located. Where I'm located. But yeah, 5'2".
Short. I say as I'm the same person and am also 5'2". Anyways, why do you make ASMR RPs? And how do you deal with simps and creeps?
Okay, why do I do what I do? Because it's fun. I enjoy it. So I make ASMR because it's fun and I enjoy it. And dealing with simps and creeps, I don't really think I've had any. I don't think. I mean, there's people who give me gifts, but I think that's just because they enjoy my content. I don't think anyone's been a creep to me, unless there's stuff I haven't noticed. Maybe messages on Twitter, because I don't really look at those. I don't really go on there too much, besides the posts when I upload, which is every day, so I guess it's to be expected. By the way, at ASMR MindfulMess, you can find me there. But I don't think I have any, so there's not really much to deal with them, I guess. If I do, then it's completely flown over my head.
Now, just because some people are curious, if you don't mind, what's your nationality?
Okay, I am American. I hope that's what nationality means. The nation you're from? Is America a nation? Please, I'm not stupid. I'm gonna go with American. And I hope I'm answering that right.
Interesting. And what's your biggest regrets about starting an ASMR channel? And what would you have done differently in the beginning if you can go back?
I don't know if I have any regrets. Maybe... I wish the... I know a lot of my early content, it didn't have the best quality. And even now, I'm still worried my quality isn't so good. So I guess I wish I made my quality better, but it's not a huge regret. Everyone has to start somewhere. You can't just start perfect. Not that I'm perfect now, but you know what I mean. So it's not really a regret, just I wish I was better with better quality. And if I could do things differently, I guess it would be just trying to make things just better sounding. But I worked with what I had, because I was kind of struggling financially in the beginning. So, work with what you have and what you can get.
Now, if you were a goddess, what would be your domain, such as the sun, the seas, the dead, etc.? And what offerings would you ask of your faithful?
Oh, I've never really thought about this before. I want to be... I don't know if this is possible, but I guess, anything could be possible. I want to be the goddess of shadows, because I like to lurk. Not in a creepy way, just in a curious way. And it would be so cool if you could talk to shadows or control shadows. That'd be a cool superpower too. But if I was a goddess, it'd be cool to be the goddess of shadows. And the offerings, my thing is apple juice, but it doesn't really relate to shadows. But maybe it doesn't matter. I don't really know how it all works. Because like I said, apple juice brings a sense of happiness. It just feels like drinking joy. So I guess I could be the goddess of shadows with offerings of apple juice. But if it has to be shadow related, I don't know how you'd offer that. Maybe little lights, because you need light to make shadows. So I guess that's how I'm gonna answer. That's to the best of my ability anyways.
Oh, I really hope they're not mowing anymore. It took me a moment to start recording this again because they were mowing, so I hope they stopped. Which videos are you the most proud of, and what made you proud of them?
Oh, this is difficult. Most proud of... I guess the ones that have a positive message. And I'm proud of them because it gives people the chance to reflect on positivity. Because it's so easy to be negative. And although I kind of keep to myself and I'm quiet in real life, I really enjoy kindness. And, so if my audios can make people a little more kind, even if it's just to themselves, it makes me happy and proud.
Now, with your voice, which is easier to do, the mommy voice or the cutesy voice, and why?
Well, I don't know if one's easier than the other. I guess I have a naturally deeper voice, but it's not as deep as the... I guess what you call the mommy voice. But, it depends on how I'm feeling. Because the voices kind of correlate with my moods and if I'm feeling sick. Because if I'm feeling happy, then it's easier to do a higher voice. If I'm feeling kind of sad or more calm, then it's easier to do the deeper voice. But if I'm sick, then it just depends. Because sometimes it's easier to do higher voice, and sometimes it's easier to do lower voice. I hope I'm not talking too fast. I feel like I'm just rambling blah 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 blah. Sorry, in this voice I tend to talk kind of fast. Maybe in the other voice too, I'm not sure.
Yeah, must learn to speak more calmly, more smoothly, so the words can be more understandable. I say now as I forget later. Since you upload 2 audios every day, whenever you do a collab with someone, does it affect your regular recording schedule? Or do you make time for those collabs?
So I don't collab on my channel, which is obvious, but I have collabed with others. I have a playlist, I think I mentioned this before. I just make time for them, I guess. Because I do mine first, because I gotta make sure I have mine ready. And, you know, when collabing, they try to tell you in advance so you have enough time to, like, work on lines. So I just make time. I guess I record mine, and then I record theirs. Or my lines for theirs. So it's not really a bother or anything. Just make time. Is that another airplane? It can't just be me. There must be airplanes everywhere. Do I live near an airport do I not know about? I'm cool. Perfectly calm.
Right. Calm. Anyways, do you like Mexican food?
Yeah, I like just about any food. Well, if it's spicy or too spicy, I can't handle it. I don't want to keep bringing this up, but I did grow up poor. So we couldn't really afford, like, stuff to actually make meals. We get, like, the box stuff to just, like, put in the microwave and then eat. And normally that's bland. I didn't really grow up with, like, spices, I guess. So now that I'm an adult, I'm not really adjusted to it. But I guess if I eat more of it, I could adjust. But, I like any food. As long as it's not spicy. Or too spicy. I can handle some spice. I don't know about sour, though. Not a big fan of sour. Sorry, I'm going off again. I keep getting distracted by other little things. Yes, I do.
Food is good. Food's wonderful. Now, Xbox or PlayStation?
I don't really know the difference. I mean, they both play games, so I guess both. Oh, some of the games I like playing are the Batman Arkham games, Alice Madness Returns. Well, those are, I guess, my favorite to play on a console. I play other games. Like, there's a SpongeBob movie game. Chicken Little game. Wow. I like games, but I can't really list a lot, huh? So, is that another plane? Are you kidding me? I hope you guys can't hear it. You probably can. I'm sorry. So I guess just both, unless there's a difference I don't know about.
And the next question, favorite game?
Favorite game? I mean, I really enjoy the Batman Arkham games, but I guess Batman's like my favorite hero. But yes, I guess because there's a few in the Arkham series, so I mean, Asylum's really cool. Batman Arkham Asylum. Oh, but City. Origins is also pretty cool. I know some people don't like Origins. Sounds like oranges. No, just the way I'm saying it. Where was I going with this? I just like to like things. Liking things is good. I'm not answering the question. What am I doing? I don't know what my favorite game is, but I think I mentioned yesterday, or when I recorded the first half, I really enjoy Minecraft. Something about just being able to build and work on stuff. It's calming. It's nice. But I guess if I had to choose another plane, oh my gosh. Favorite game. Was I still talking about my favorite game? I don't know. I like games. Games are fun. Oh, speaking of favorites, there was a previous question. Favorite show. I don't know why I didn't think of this. King of the Hill. It's a show. Duh. King of the Hill is a show. That's like one of my favorites. It's one I always go back to. So, although a lot of the characters have something that like I don't like, but I guess that really brings out the human in them. So it's a show I watched when I was a child because it would come on like just at night, I guess, when I couldn't sleep. So I like that. That's probably my favorite show. I know it's from a different question, but I was thinking about that as I rewatched King of the Hill for like the 100th time.
Yes, I've watched that show a lot more times than I'd like to admit. Can you show us the range of your voices? Of voices you're able to do?
I think I did this with one of the previous questions, but I probably didn't do it so well. Because I could probably do other voices, like... like right now, this is me trying to do a little nasally... No, that's not nasally. Right now, this is... I don't know what this is. This is me trying to be creepy. Hi, you have a lovely window. I think you need to clean it because there's a little smudge there. Don't mind me, I'll get it. I don't know what voice that was. That was really just me trying to... I guess I can try to do a voice that's not so squeaky. Maybe one that's kind of in the middle. That's still kind of squeaky, though.
And I've had people who requested like a Raven from Teen Titans, but I don't know if I can do Raven. I wish I could, but I just can't get close to it. It would be cool to be able to do Raven, though. Maybe something more scratchy on the throat. That's just what I kind of do for my goth audios. I add a little bit more scratchy. And let's see, and maybe something with a bit more flair. Something a little more... something very interesting. Or maybe a tsundere. Something more stern. Doesn't have that much playful. Although some tsunderes are...
I feel like all those voices kind of sound too similar, though. Like, maybe you can't really tell the distinction. Or maybe I'm talking, like, too close together where you can't really tell the difference, if that makes sense. But that was me trying again for some new voices.
Now, what's your favorite fruit?
Apples. That's probably just like a simple thing. Apples seem like the most... You know, they're just there. They're apples. A lot of people love apples. What am I talking about? They're very sweet. Oh my gosh, yellow apples. Yellow apples are so sweet. Oh, but red apples are so juicy. Green apples are sour, though. And I don't really like sour. But just overall, I guess apple's my favorite fruit.
Oh, apples are lovely. I think my rat is eating. My rat is a lot louder than my hamster, so if I hear a noise, I'm gonna assume it's my rat. They're not in the same area, don't worry, they're in their own little areas. I hope no one thinks that I put them together. What music recommendations do you have?
I think I've kind of talked about music before. I'm not really good with knowing artists, just the songs. I guess Shinedown. Disturbed is good. I love the song, Serpentine. And who's that one? They sing, oh my gosh, what is it? Oh my gosh, what? Korn has a few good songs. I like Narcissistic Cannibal. But I'm still trying to think of, I want to say their name is Simon, but they sing Superhero. Hands up, everybody move, I say, come on, da 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 da. I don't know, I can't remember the lyrics. And I'm not trying to sing right now. You can change the whole world, gonna make it over. Da, 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 da. Wow, it'd be really better if I knew lyrics. Okay, so Disturbed? Nickelback's good. I love Would You Love a Monster Man. I just love random stuff. I like to like stuff. Sorry, that was a probably terrible way to answer your question. Oh, I'm so bad with questions.
Yes, questions can be difficult. I say as we're the same person, and it's just... Anyways, next question. Da-da-da. Do you have any background on improv or voice acting?
I don't think so. I should know. No. Besides, I think I said this before, where I would make voices when I'd read to my little foster siblings. Or, I guess my actual siblings, but, that wasn't too much because I guess they didn't really want to be read to. And when I was trying to, scare my friends. So while scaring my friends, I practice a deeper voice because I'm trying to be scary. And for reading the stories, I try the higher voice because I'm trying to do silly characters. But that's not really improv or anything. That's just me trying to, I don't know, be entertaining in a way.
Uh-huh. And is your vocal range natural or trained?
I feel like it's partially natural. I just do it. But also, I think I said this before too. If you go back to the beginning of my channel, my voices weren't like these. That was kind of me training and progressing and kind of adjusting my tones so I can really get into a habit of a higher voice and a lower voice. So I guess it's a little both, but they've improved with training.
Now, which one of the two voices is closest to your casual speaking voice? Like how you use with friends and family?
I do have a naturally more deeper voice, but also if I'm I think I said if I was happier, it tends to go a little higher, and if I'm more sad or calm, it tends to go lower. But neither of them are my real voice, but I do have a naturally more deeper voice.
I believe we already answered where did the inspiration come from for the two different voices. But the next question by this person is, how do you get in the zone to do one or the other?
Oh, how do I get in the zone? Honestly, I just repeat the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. And then I just read the idea or scenario I came up with. Because first I make the thumbnail, so I know what I'm gonna do. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna behave this way. So if I'm feeling energetic, or if I'm feeling tired, or if I'm feeling upset, or if I'm feeling just whatever, I do the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain, but kind of in that tone. So if I'm gonna be angry, I'm like, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. You know, to have that emotion in it. So I just kind of say that and try to get the emotion in it. Yeah.
Now, why do you post so much?
Why? You want to know why? Because it's fun, and I want to. That's basically it. I mean, yeah, I want to, and it's fun.
Very emotional. Now, have you considered making an ASMR script series about the MindfulMess lore? Or maybe a series about MindfulMess as two individual beings, such as roommates?
I feel like that would be better as a comic book. Like something you can read. Because, I don't know, if I actually play as who I am, MindfulMess, it wouldn't feel like an ASMR thing to me. It'll feel like I'm making a little story. Well, I guess that's what you're asking, a story. And I don't really do story stuff on my channel. Although I just made a meme and I don't normally do that, so if you haven't checked out the meme, it's kind of stupid, but funny. Or at least funny to me. What's the question? Oh, I haven't really thought about it. If I did, it just sounds better as more of a comic or a storybook. In my opinion.
Oh, I was just sitting in shrimp posture. When working on your scripts, do you choose in advance whether to write them for your mindful or mess voices? Or is it something you decide after or even maybe during the process? And do you plan your scripts and ideas way ahead? Or do you prefer writing by the edge of your seat, maybe even improvise?
Okay, so by now you know that I improvise. I mean, you wouldn't know by the time you wrote the script. What? By the time you wrote the question. But I improvise, and I just sit down and do it, you know? I think of the idea, you make the thumbnail, and then I just sit down and do it. That's how I do it. I really like to repeat myself, huh? But, to choose if I want to improvise a certain scenario for MindfulMess, I guess I think of the idea, and I'm just like, which one sounds like they go with the other better? So, maybe a cat girlfriend who just wants to relax and have a lazy day. That could be for either of them. So I think of different scenarios. Like, okay, so this cat could work for both of them, but if I want a goth character who wants to confess, I'm more likely to lean towards mindful. So since that belongs more to mindful, I'll make the cat one for mess. I hope that makes sense.
Microwave? Question mark.
Microwave? Beep, beep. That's the sound a microwave makes. Don't quote me on that because, I'm probably wrong. But yes, microwave.
Now, Mess, do you think we're in a simulation? Answer.
Jeez, gulp. Why did I do that? So sometimes I get really paranoid. That's when I'm having like a bad mental health day because some days my mental health is not as good as other days. On those days I get very paranoid. And I guess during those times I'm like, is anything real? Like, what's going on? Why is this way? And certain stuff. But no, we're not in a simulation. I say on a good mental health day.
It is a reminder that it is very important to take care of your mental health. So it's okay to relax and just do nothing if you need to, as long as you're caring for yourself and your mental health needs. Now, have you ever thought about recording an audiobook or something like that?
An audiobook? That would be fun. I think that kind of goes with the project thing. It'd probably be a lot of reading, but when I read, I do mess up sometimes. But if it's for a project, I would do my very best. I would try to read a little before and then reread a bit more naturally. So if it was a possibility, then yeah, I'd love to do an audiobook.
Audiobooks are very fascinating. Now, this person just has to know, do you cut your toenails with a chainsaw?
What? Where'd you hear that from? What would even make you think such a thing? A chainsaw? A chainsaw? That's crazy. No, I would never. No. Final answer. No.
Now, if you were to go to IHOP, what would you order?
I haven't been to IHOP in forever. I would get burgers because they had good burgers. Even though it's like a breakfasty place, I normally just ordered lunch stuff. Oh, okay, but their chocolate pancakes with chocolate chips, if I was getting a breakfast thing, it would be that. Well, unless I wanted eggs. They also have this steak thing, and I love steak. But, I didn't really order that. I think they were normally out, too, from what I can recall. Oh yeah, so if it was like a breakfast thing, I'd get chocolate pancakes with chocolate chips. But if it was like a lunch thing, I'd always just get like a cheeseburger. No onions. I don't really like onions. It hurts my stomach. But that was because when I was younger, I was dared to eat a raw onion, and I did, and it was awful. And ever since then, I just don't do onions. Wait, but there was this funny story. Okay, so, if I remember correctly, because it's been so long since I've been to IHOP, I think this was at an IHOP, I believe, though. I got the burger, and I was gonna put ketchup on it. So I'm holding the, burger on, my fingertips. Not the tip of my fingertips, but, on my fingers. And my palm is not holding it at all. Sorry if you heard my stomach. And I went to squeeze the ketchup, but, somehow it was, even though the ketchup was above the burger, I think there was, old ketchup blocking part of the hole where the ketchup comes out. So, it squirted sideways and it landed in my palm. And I just had this huge amount of ketchup in my palm because I didn't stop squirting it. And it was funny. I just thought I'd share that with y'all.
Now, would you rather everyone else smelled horrible but couldn't smell themselves? Or you smell horrible to others but couldn't smell yourself?
Oh, that is... oh, sorry, you can probably hear my chair squeaking. As much as I want to be selfish and say, everyone else smell, I want to smell good. I think I want everyone else to smell good and I would smell terrible. Wait a minute, let me reread the question. Oh, if they couldn't smell themselves. Oh, but do I want to smell them horrible? Okay, I guess I could be a little selfish with this because okay, but I really like hygiene. This was probably meant to be like a silly question, but this is actually, because I like hygiene, you know, making sure like you're clean and you smell okay. Unless you're kind of feeling down and depressed and you just can't move or don't want to do anything, which is completely understandable. But like, you know, I like to smell good, and I would like for others to smell good. But if I had to choose, I don't want to smell horrible to others, but I don't want others to smell horrible. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna smell good, and then I'm going to wear something on my nose, like one of those plague doctor mask things. Oh no, you can't wear that. I mean, I could, but how would anyone see my beautiful face? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, this question really has me in a hold. I really don't want to go around smelling not that I'm smelling other people, but you know, they would smell it, I would smell it. But I don't really go out. Oh my gosh, my throat got really dry there. You know, I honestly can't answer this. Because I want to smell good. But I don't want others to smell bad. Okay, you got me there with this question because I honestly can't answer it.
An unanswerable question. Fascinating. But for this question, how is it to make ASMR videos?
Oh, I love making ASMR videos. I mean, some people don't think it's ASMR, and honestly, I don't know. I mean, ASMR is supposed to give you tingles, or it's just supposed to be pleasant. But like, I just started calling mine ASMR because that's what I thought it was. I saw other people doing the role plays and calling it ASMR, so I called it ASMR. That's not answering the question. Why do I keep doing this? It's fun and I enjoy it. I hope that's what you're asking. I hope I'm answering it right. I'm entertained when I do it, and I'm glad I can entertain everyone. Well, most people. Sometimes I get negative comments, and like, if it's like not bad feedback, what's it called? I mean, feedback that gives like, it's like, this could be improved. I enjoy that. Like, I'll take feedback. Unless it's constant, like, feedback that talks badly, then it's like, okay, do you enjoy my channel at all? But no one ever gives me bad feedback. I don't think. All feedback's appreciated. Sorry, my brain always does this. I think of one thing and then I start talking about another thing and I'm just... I like making ASMR videos.
Now, will the Weird Girl Mess series come back eventually?
Oh, okay, so, I loved Weird Girl Mess. And I might make another Weird Girl audio, although it might be confusing because I do have a Weird Girl. But it's like they're doing the sequel thing where it's like continuing it. I want to, but also trying to remember that storyline and trying to keep the same attitude and voice. Sometimes it's just easier to start new, but then you're gonna miss characters. So I want her to come back, but it really just depends on motivation. But if I can't bring her back specifically, I could do another Weird Girl, like, series or try. That's so sad. I don't want to say goodbye to characters, but lately motivation to do sequels and continuations has been so difficult. That's why I always say I'll see what I can do, because that's not a yes or a no. It's just I will really try because I want to, but we'll see. So if I can't bring that one back, I can at least try to make another one if that's what people want.
Yes, I did enjoy Weird Girl Mess. She was very interesting. Reminds me of you, Mess. Or me. It's so weird to talk about myself, but as a different person. But let's go to the next question. Favorite pizza toppings?
Pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni. Pepperoni. It's just either pepperoni or cheese. I don't really go all out. I mean, I've tried other toppings, but, just the basics, I guess. Just cheese or pepperoni. Stuffed crust is good. Oh, so is thin crust. But that's not a topping. Anyways, pepperoni.
Now, this question is very important. You better be listening. Spearmint or peppermint?
Oh, probably peppermint. Spearmint is good, but peppermint has more of a calm to it, So I guess peppermint. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach, but we all have little rumblies in our tumbies. Tumbies? What? Sorry. Sorry.
Yes. My tummy had the rumblies that only food could satisfy. Oh my gosh, me and my older sister used to laugh on that, was it llamas with hats? My tummy had the rumblies that only hands could satisfy. Oh, so funny. Next question. Are you planning more MindfulMess collabs?
Oh, I guess I do collab with myself, huh? I know I already talked about that, but I guess I kind of forgot that I do collab on my channel. It's just with myself, if I can call that a collab. Maybe I should add that to my collab playlist. Oh my gosh, maybe I should. Sorry, answer for the question. I want to. I normally save them for, special occasions, I guess. But I guess... What really makes a special occasion? Special occasions? Sorry, I'm not even answering. Yes, I want to do more with MindfulMess and one audio. But since I have to use both voices, it kind of, takes a bit. I know with this it's a little simpler, but since this isn't, an ASMR thing, I don't really have to improvise. Because one voice is just reading the questions and the other one's just answering, so it's not as, difficult as, an actual, video, But I do want to do more collabs with both my voices. Both my voices.
When are you doing tax evasion ASMR?
Probably never. The IRS scares me. Because, they just know things. They know things about you. They won't even tell you what they know about you. That you should know about yourself, but you don't know. Stupid. But no, the IRS kind of scares me, so probably never, but interesting audio idea.
Oh, after 2 hours and 37 minutes, if I can see that correctly, we have reached our last question. Ignore my stomach if you can hear it. Amazing voice, great scripts, no controversy. How have you stayed this awesome all these years?
That's such a really nice question to leave off on. You're good. That's all. I guess because I don't really interact with others. And if you don't really interact with others, well, not that interacting with others would make you bad. Huh. Maybe because I keep to myself. But if I interact with others, it wouldn't mean I'm not myself because I'd still try to be nice. Oh my gosh, stomach. I think, well, thank you for the compliments. Amazing voice, great scripts. I improvise. Thank you. Have I stayed awesome? I appreciate your opinion. Here I go again, just rambling. What was the question? I guess I try to keep a positive attitude. If this is a genuine question. You're probably just trying to be nice, but I try to stay positive and just keep going, Just keep pushing through. And I like what I do, so I'm happy. And I guess that's it. 136 questions from what I can see. Some of them are repeated, but still. Which, again, I don't mind, because there's so many questions, you're not gonna know who asked what, which is completely understandable. Not not to drag this out, I know it's been so long and you've all been listening. Well, some of you have probably clicked off, which is completely fine. But just thank you all for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. I wouldn't be here without any of you. So thank you for listening and commenting and just enjoying the content. Thank you.
And Mindful as well says thank you. I say thank you. Now from Mindful,
And Mess,
just thank you. And my tummy thanks you, if you can hear it. So I guess this is where I say goodbye for now. And I hope you enjoy the audios. Thank you. Just thank you.